Hey everyone, it's Wednesday night. It's week 3. It's creativity week, or creative corner. Can't call it creative corner because I've already got tabletop corner, so we can't have more than one corner. Although we could, because we could be a triangle. Could have made as many corners as we like. It's my goddamn stream. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, yes, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Wednesday. I hope you're all well. To those on YouTube, I hope you'll enjoy this video. I'm also hoping that you'll appreciate what I'm going to kind of say next. Those of you who are watching on Twitch, at the moment the count is 0, which is kind of the reason why I've got an announcement which covers the Twitch community and the YouTube community. So I'm going to get on with that right away, even though there's nobody actually watching. I'll probably cover it later anyway. But hello everyone, it's full screen me for a change. Doesn't always happen. Doesn't often happen, but here we are. Yeah, the reason I was kind of wanting to jump in and say something today is because I'm just going to try and add something to this window. Hang on a sec. Is it one of them? Yes, it is. That'll do. Just want one of them. Want a viewer account window, because this is exactly what I'm kind of talking about at the moment. Some weeks ago, you may remember, I kind of reformatted the way the channel works. A graphics update, a focus update, a kind of concept update on how the stream works. Before, the kind of main focus on the stream, and even kind of the way it was designed, was in a way evocative of Elite Dangerous, which is how this stream started. It was a stream to kind of promote and push Elite Dangerous and my role-playing game project in association with Elite Dangerous, and kind of just chill out with some people on the net, which I found I quite enjoyed. The idea behind that was that obviously 5 years on, the focus of my gaming world has changed slightly, and obviously has become slightly wider, because I've never been a huge gamer. But I now own something on the order of 100 plus games just on Steam. That's not including the stuff that's behind me on the shelves up there, and the other stuff that I get into and other stuff that I enjoy doing. And I wanted to kind of cover a lot of that stuff as well, kind of make it more of a stream about the things that I like, the things that I do, rather than just this one focused gaming experience. And while that has been fun over the last few weeks, it has struck me that the kind of structured focus of each stream, or the structured focus of what's going on, isn't particularly, whoops, that's the wrong button, conducive to being able to have a flow of things that I want to do. The thing that I'm finding is that the actual strict first week is Space Day, second week is tabletop and retro, tabletop, and the third week was creative, was getting into the thing where it had to follow a pattern. So every Wednesday I had to do what the stream said I was doing, rather than doing what maybe took my interest, and that was the concern. I tried to refocus that slightly a couple of weeks ago by adding a couple of different things in there. So rather than the second Wednesday strictly being tabletop stuff, we also have an option on there on the website. If I just see if I can pop that on the screen, actually. 1 second. Window capture. Let's grab streaming schedule. So that's the website. That's what's on the website. I'll just make that big enough to cover my entire face. That's obviously what you want to do in these situations. So you've got this structured list of things that's going on. So you have Space Day on Wednesday, Tabletop Con and Retro Focus was the idea for Wednesday, the second Wednesday in the month, and then obviously you've got the creative branching it into VR in the third week, and then transport, which is supposed to be planes and sport, or both vehicles and transportation and sport, that kind of stuff. And then anything can happen Wednesday, which kind of meant that there was this kind of strict look at what we're doing every single week, and a strict focus on a particular subject every single week. Let's just change some of this focus around so we can move things around a little. So that has been fun, because it's given me the opportunity to look at and play some different stuff and do a few different things on here. It's given me the chance to do the 3D printing videos and tutorials that I've put on there. It's given a chance to look at some different things going on. So the problem is, as I say, there comes certain weeks when I'm not in the place where I want to do a particular subject. So for example, this week the creative stuff that keeps popping into my head is, do I want to do anything about the RPG, which is one thing I've suggested doing. Do I want to do something about the 3D printing again, 2D design, writing process? Do I take a look at how to use a particular application and so on? But that can be a particularly brain intensive job, shall we say. And the kind of focus on that is that there could be an expectation from the viewers that that's the thing we're expected to do, which kind of constrains it. So I'm at a bit of a loss because I'll be honest, I'm not really enjoying the structure. I'm not enjoying the strict let's do this week and this the other week, because I'm getting into situations where I'm again at the minute, because home life is very, very busy. I'm only getting the chance to get on the computer maybe once a week or twice a week. I'm also back into the work ethic at home with trying to get some of the RPG stuff finished off and finalised and pushed out, while I try and deal with the legal situation with the print shop. So many different things going on that are taking up so much time, I don't get a lot of downtime. So my work-life balance has kind of gone out the window again at the moment. So I'm looking at trying to make this stream again more about doing something that I want to do on that evening, given that it's my only 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, because I do tend to use the rest of the evening up until about 12 midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning to kind of do the things I want to do. Whether that means continuing playing a game or doing something else or doing something more creative or whatever else, then that's how it runs and that's what I do. So I would rather be able to offline as such from the work ethic at that part of the day, and this hasn't been helping with that. I'm also enjoying playing certain games, and I would like the opportunity to try and keep playing those games and play through them and go a bit further with them. I got a chance to do that with Submerged, which was a lot of fun. It's a really interesting game to play, but I haven't had the chance to do that with any other games. I did have a blast through, what's it called, Lifeless Planet, which I downloaded, and that's a kind of quick couple of hours. I think it was 4 hours altogether to play through it. Kind of linear game that's telling a story. So it's a story-based game, but you are playing through the game as well, which was a very fun and entertaining story. And that's kind of stuff I want to be able to do, is kind of do that piece by piece progression through a game or through a story or through a scenario, and be able to kind of flow with that, which gives me some continuity in terms of the way I'm playing. It gives you some continuity as viewers, because then you know I'm going to be doing this and this until I'm done. And then there we go. So I'm kind of struggling with what to kind of move towards. Tonight I want to try and suggest that what I may do is I may go back to a slightly more random schedule. So rather than having every week being a particularly focused or decided option of things to do, we just go with whatever's happening. So I'll make a decision through the week. One thing I did want to try and do was open up the opportunity for viewers to do that, to suggest things we could play or put ideas on for things. And ultimately, one thing I will say is that the move to doing more content or different content was also an attempt to try and boost the viewers. Because my viewer count, given that I have sort of above 600 subscribers, 600 followers, isn't high. I mean, I'm sitting here at the moment with 0 viewers, as you can see in the other side in the top corner over there. And generally, I mean, last week I got 2 viewers, and that was a tabletop. Was it a tabletop? Yeah, tabletop corner, where we played Skyrim. And Skyrim's a fairly popular game, and I got 2 viewers. So I'm a bit concerned as to where the viewership is going. So I'm obviously not doing everything right. I'm obviously doing something wrong at this point. So I need to try and identify what that is and try and boost the viewership somehow. As I say, I'm not a particularly knowledgeable streamer, shall we say. I don't know what to do specifically to try and boost viewership figures, and try and get things working better. I try to put stuff on Twitter, I try to put stuff on Facebook, but quite a lot of people that tend to watch, or the 5 or 6 people that tend to watch, a few of them tend to say that they don't even use social media. So in a world where social media is not doing the job it's meant to do, I'm a little concerned. So how do I increase the viewership of the channel? How do I leverage the 600 followers that I've got and engage them to come back to the channel and watch stuff again? I don't know. Am I playing the wrong things? Is it because my viewership was based on the Elite community and I now need to build a separate viewership across different channels? If so, how do I do that? I can't engage with those communities the same way that I engaged with the Elite Dangerous community in the early days, because I just don't have the time. Ow! And these things are getting quite frustrating, and they're getting quite concerning to me, because obviously I'm pumping a fair bit of time into doing the streams. I do enjoy doing them, don't get me wrong, but I'd like it to be something that's going to be worthwhile, that's going to be out there and people can enjoy it, that kind of stuff, as much as I used to enjoy doing it. So I want to try and get that enjoyment back for myself, and I'm wondering if that's maybe the problem. Maybe I'm not enjoying myself as much, and maybe that's coming across in the way the viewers are seeing the channel. So I want to try and sort of move towards getting that passion back for things. I have really quite enjoyed some of the games that I've played. As I say, Skyrim is one thing that's on my radar, is something I'd like to play through a bit more. I did enjoy playing it last week, but again, the Third Wednesday's creative, which doesn't go particularly well towards Skyrim as a game we can play this week. So I don't know. I don't know where I am with that. Still on 0 viewers, so nobody has an opinion, which is useful at this point in time. So that's it really. My intent from this week on is I will change the website at some point, either tonight or tomorrow, to reflect the fact that I'm no longer doing the scheduled stream. It's no longer going to be a 5-week rotating schedule. I'm planning perhaps on keeping the 5th Wednesday as an anything can happen week, which if the viewership starts to climb up again, then we can have that as a viewer's choice week, and you guys can pick what's going on. And then see what happens. But then the other 4 Wednesdays are going to be just basically what I feel like playing, or just continuing from possibly previous week plays. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, so as of this week, we're looking at a more random kind of play it by ear kind of way as we were doing things before. And see how things work from there. So I hope that's okay with people. Obviously with no viewers online at the minute to tell that to, this part of the YouTube video will be the point where hopefully you guys will give me a thumbs up, or hopefully leave a comment to say this is what we thought, or this is what we think, and give me some clue as to what the viewers' direction would be in terms of these videos, because at the minute I'm at a loss. Yeah, so that's it really. Good times ahead. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit more engaging and a bit more kind of flowing in terms of the content, and not as random as it currently is. The YouTube stuff at the minute is going well. I've got a lot more reviews and stuff pushed up there as the last week or so, that I've done in the past. So some Loot Crate stuff, some electronic kit reviews, bits and pieces that I've bought. I do intend to do a lot more of these kind of reviews, because I've got so much junk lying around in here that I've bought, even just over the last 6 months, that would be really cool to review. So yeah, I'd love to have a go at that and see where it goes. Okay, right, that's it for that announcement then. So let me know what you think in the chat, or not in the chat as such because you're not reading this at the minute, but let me know what you think essentially on the YouTube comments, if you will, or PM me, or grab me on oh good lord, that's the first time I've stammered in years, on Twitter or free, Jesus Christ, Twitch and free serve, that's what I was going to say. Twitter and Facebook is what I'm trying to say. So it's at HD Selezen on Twitter and Selezen Lake on Facebook. So yeah, hopefully you'll pop on there. Okay, I'm going to try and keep tonight's thing onto a creative thing, because I was going to kind of say if people had an idea if they want to do something a bit different this evening, then that would be fine. At the moment, we're in the creative stream on Twitch anyway, so I'm going to do something creative, and I had a kind of idea what to do. So what I'll do is I'll pop onto the intro screen again and not have the actual intro, while I refocus the camera, refocus the screens. Oops, sorry. Yep. Studio mode. Go back on that. Alright, so there you go. This is what I call desk recording mode. Let's just get rid of that window. Remove. Yes. Okay, so on a creative note, let's see if there's anything creative we can actually do this evening. So until such time as somebody says something else on the channel, what I was thinking about was I've been collecting something for a while. Now I've been getting these for a bit. These Lego Star Wars magazine. Apologies for the reflection from the ceiling light there. And they are basically it's a kids magazine really, more than anything else. With some pretty cool stuff in the magazine, some Lego stuff, some things about new model kits and all that stuff, and a bit of a comic for the kids. But the little model kits you get with them are pretty cool, and quite a lot of adult Lego fans tend to like this stuff, and I'm one of them. So you get lots of little mini kits, or a mini figure, or a combination of both. So I've been collecting them for a while. So I was thinking, let's do some of these, but add a bit of a twist to it, in that I'm not going to use the instructions and try and build it from scratch. And then if we get stuck, the instructions are there. So just let me get this off the front. Apologies for the crackling noises. Of course, it's held on with 2 bits of sellotape. No need for that. Right, there we go. So yeah, so there's the magazine at the end. BB-8. Woo. So yeah, that was my plan, was to do something like that. But as I said, I mean, I've got a fair few of these things. Let's just move them to one side. As I say, I'm not only collecting the Star Wars ones, I'm collecting basically anything that comes along. So the City ones, Nexo Knights, God, what else? And so as you can see, there are a fair few bits and pieces there. Lots of little kits, lots of cool little kits, more than one of each. Ninjago, that's another one. So yeah, quite a lot of cool kits in there, and a random Playmobil figure, and one that's already been built. So there you go. It's one of the Nexo Knight figures. Lance, I believe his name is, hence the Lance. Focus. He has a face. Jesus, this camera sucks. Yeah, and as I say, I've been collecting them for a while. Yeah. So yeah. I've basically been collecting them since the Star Wars ones came out. Ooh, cards. And that's 2 years roughly, so one a month for 2 years plus, I think we're looking at the minute. And I'm kind of getting to the point now where I think they're starting to repeat things. So the Star Wars, Ninjago and Nexo Knights ranges are starting to repeat the models, which I'm not really that fussed about carrying on collecting them. If I'm going to be collecting more than one, I might collect the occasional one, because I do like the A-Wing model. Already have one, as you can see. I do like the A-Wings. So yeah, maybe the kind of special ones that come out, I may collect them. But in terms of buying them every month, I'm knocking the Ninjago, Star Wars and Nexo Knights ones on the head now. But there's some Batman ones coming out now. There's some the Lego City ones are quite interesting. So those ones are coming out now as well. And there's quite a good range of them. And everybody needs to have 2 Obi-Wan Kenobis. So yeah. I want to review these as a kind of collection at some point very soon. So part of that is going to be trying to get them built. So as I said, what I thought this evening was, unless somebody has any better ideas, it might be fun to just build some of the little kits, but not bother using the instructions. So I'm going to put the minifigures away. They don't need any instructions. Yeah, I had a feeling we've seen the droid gunship before. See what I mean? This is the one I just picked up on Saturday, and this is one that was in the box. So they're repeating the model kits. I'm sure that Droidica that came with this week's is also a one I already have. Okay, that's a kit, that's a kit, that's a kit, that's a minifig, that's a kit, that's a minifig, kit, 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 minifig, kit, minifig, minifig on a bike, kit. Wait a minute, is that 2 ghosts? Yeah, look, 2 ghosts as well. Oh, well, that's already a minifig, so minifig, pretty much a minifig. Minifig, minifig, minifig. 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 So look again. 2 Acklys. I mean, I'm not, apart from the A-Wing, I'm not buying any magazines twice. That's a kit. That's a minifig. 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 Right, the rest of them I think are all kits. That's a minifig, but it does have a kit with it. There you go, see? That's an old one. That's actually out of the box, that's really old, and that's the one from last week. So a magazine with an extra bonus edition with more than one. So interesting stuff in it. So as I said, they're definitely redoing some. So when it's got to that point where they're recycling other figures, then it's time to move on, I think. I've got plenty. I mean, it's not like I don't have enough things to build. I mean, there's loads. I've got stuff coming up my ears here. Load of that. Wow, some pretty cool stuff in there. Yeah, so that's a fair amount of stuff, isn't it? So, shall we do this? It's just me that's on still, no viewers, that's what I mean. I think I might be in the wrong channel, because I'm not sure how the channel things on this thing work anymore. Because there's not a creative channel anymore, there's not a Lego channel anymore. Is there? Let me try that. Dashboard. So anyone that says create, so let's see if we've got just Lego. Wow, no actual Lego. That's a bit crap. there's absolutely nothing. I'm gonna click Lego Creator just for the sake of it, even though it's not really actually Lego Creator. It's just it's a bit ridiculous, you know. It's not. I can't just go creative stream, and it's a creative stream. It's just nothing. Never mind. But anyway, I mean, I'm in the Lego Creator channel. Fair enough. I am creating with Lego. It's kind of accurate. It's kind of right. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Anyway, I've got a bookload of kits, so let's build one. That's a figure. Figure with a car, but it's still a figure. So what will we do? That's also a figure. That's also a figure. Alright. So then, let's just pick one at random, shall we? So I said I was going to take a look at one of the new ones, so let's have a look at one of the new ones. So I shall use my box. Apologies for the racket. So the Droidica and the Droid gunship, as well as a bonus TIE Advanced. Hopefully we can fit them in, and hopefully by that point we'll have some bloody viewers! It's just me playing my Lego on my own, isn't it? It's quite sad, really. But we're fine. We'll manage. So yeah, so let's have a look at the Droidica first. I'll put him away. Lance, I think his name's Lance anyway. Shift that. And take out the scissors. Medical scissors, older than me. Actually belonged to my mother, who was a nurse. So this essentially is me getting on the way to trying to review these as kits to build. I'm going to try and build them without any instructions, which in the case of this one will be interesting because I don't actually have any instructions unless they're in my folder of instructions. Because I threw all the magazines away because the magazines were just taking up so much space. But I have actually put all the instructions and stuff in there, and all the additional posters and so on into that one. So there's some quite cool posters and some quite cool kind of little information sheets that are in the magazine. And I've kept all the special pictures. So okay, so let's look at that. So we've got, I'm going to turn this way around so I can see what I'm doing. But this looks like quite a simple one actually. So let's see if we can work out how it goes together. Feel free to try and find the instructions for these online, by the way, and build along with me or see what you can find. Or feel free to tell me what I'm doing wrong, if you can ever work it out. So, what I can see from that is that we have two of those lined up together like so. If this is a bit hard to see, by the way, let me know. This camera is pretty bad. If I zoom in any further, it's just not going to look particularly great. But I will zoom in a little bit just for you guys. So let me increase the resolution slightly. That'll make things a bit crisper for you. Use the configure. Zoom in. And I've got the button there for the focus, which should help us a bit. Is that any clearer? Actually, that's worse. that's a pretty good focus for where we are. So there you go. Right, okay, there we go. So there's our Droidica instructions. I'll put them as far to the front there as I can for you guys. Hopefully you can see that okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to adjust the lighting slightly in here. That's better. Right. I'll stick some music on as well, so then you're not just listening to me in my rattly voice. Okay, that's better. At least you've got something to listen to. So, now this is looking like the bit here is made out of 2 of them. Now, from the look, we've got one of them, and then one of them, and another one of them on the back, and then that slots like that. But first we have that part there. Okay, then that bit goes on there to hold that bit on. That's looking right so far. So I have that bit on there, that bit on there, and that bit on there. Okay, so what next? So the feet there look like this bit joined with all these bits, so that looks quite simple enough. That's looking a bit right. Now the arms look fairly simple, so I'm thinking that what we've got is we've got this bar with these bits on the end, a bit like this, of XR. I think that locks into there if you haven't pushed them too far in. Into those, you push that and that, actually that might not be right. Oh, wait a minute. That goes there. It's not sitting very tightly actually. Now if you look at that middle bit there, let's take another one of these with, is it that bit on there? Now with that slot into there, or there, and then that goes in there. It does indeed, that looks a bit right to me. And then that clips on there. Does that look a bit right? Okay, we have the luxury with this one of checking the actual instructions. So I will have a look. And there it is. Okay, so there's the instructions there. So that bit's right. I got that right, it's the black bar. With the T-bar it goes in there. And build that back section up with the black bit, which is right. Push those in, which is right. So that's all right so far. Head bit's exactly right, which wasn't hard. Yeah. So that's it, that's right. It's exactly how it's meant to look. So, yay! Woo! One down, one to go. Right, so that's our Droidica. Droid gunship. So they're not particularly testable because everything's on the outside, but this isn't going to be as easy because there are concealed bits in it. So what we got bit-wise, okay. Let's have a look at doing the head bit first. So that's definitely in there. No, from the minute I'm sensing that can only go into one bit of that if it's going to sit like that, so it must go into the bottom bit of this one, so it must be like that. It's got pins all the way around, so the rest of it's not going to really make much difference. Okay. And that grippy bit goes on there, so that holds it onto the bar at the back. Now it's looking like that bit just sticking out of there is this bit here. So I'll pop that in there. That looks to be one of them. So that seems to sit on there. I would suggest that's probably all the way up the front. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. And then that grips onto one of them, which then goes into one of these plates at the front like that. I'll move the tie balance out the way for a sec. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this top plate from what I can see. So we've got that, and it looks like we've got this in the centre there. Underneath that I think we've got a grey flat, yep, grey flat circle, looks a bit like that. And then this blue one sitting on top, like so. Now we have 3 of them going round each side. Of XR, and that's that top plate finished. So what we're looking at then is on that side we have that clippy hook thing with a binoculars bit and the gun sticking in the side, like so. So I'm going to assume the other side, that bit there, is exactly the same. Oops, that's the wrong way around. Let's put the circle bit on the inside, like that. Another gun. That's looking about right. Now, given what we've got left, I'm going to make the assumption that this is a stand, so that goes on the underside like that. That. Now this is the interesting part. Does that go on the underside of here, or does it go inside here? Let's say it goes there. And then we've got the clear engine bit at the back there, and then we put the top on, like so. And there we go. That's our droid gunship. Alright, let's see if we got it right. The instructions are on the back of the magazine. Oops, wrecked it. So, bottom plate, yep, I was right, that bit goes on the inside, all those bits there, all those bits there. All those bits, yeah, so that's, yay, that's pretty much right, pretty good. I've got the feeling this image on the camera is actually going off the screen. Give me a sec here. Yeah, it is, I've got a feeling. Sorry about that. Let me recenter that image there. There we go. It's better. So yeah, that's all exactly as it should be. Cool, right. Now, that's 2 down. The only 2 that have actually got instructions on them that I can find without rifling through my files. So, shall we give this one a go? The one that doesn't have any instructions on it at all. And then see if I can find them. So this is the TIE Advanced. I'm not quite sure if it is the TIE Advanced. No, I'm sure this is the TIE Advanced prototype. You know, the one, Vader's shuttle, Vader's TIE fighter, basically. So this is quite an old one, you can tell, because they're not doing easy open packs now. This was way back in the old days when they did easy open packs for the models. I don't know what it is Lego has against not letting you get into the packs. I've never understood Lego boxes and the way they're designed. You can't open the bloody things apart from sticking your thumb in it. Ow. I mean, look, this is just typical Lego box, right? The only thing you get in order to open it is a thumb press bit there, which means you actually have to rip the box open. I usually just open the flap that's been glued down, because at least then it kind of reseals without ripping the entire box apart. But I've never understood why they don't make the boxes resealable. You can have a foldy flap or something that just lets you shut the box again. Because if people don't have space to store their amazing Lego kits, then what are they going to do with them? Put them back in the box and put them on a shelf until they've got some space. I don't know. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one. So no map, no instructions, no nothing. And not even a particularly great image to look at to try and build it with. Wow, that's pretty bad. This is going to be a challenge, I think. Okay, so I'm actually thinking this is quite a big model. So I'm actually thinking these bits go together. Let's bring it a bit further in. So I'm thinking that these big black bits here are going to be the wings, like this. Because I'm thinking that these long strips go there. Yeah, that looks a bit right. Okay, so the next thing we've got is that these are going to make your junctions to get onto the wing. Now to look at that, there's two studs at the front there. So what I'm going to suggest maybe is that these sit like that. So your clippy bit goes one stud away from the front of the actual model. Now actually I don't see... No, I've actually done that backwards to what I intended to do it. Noob! Push! Yeah, so that's actually meant to join the little bit to the big bit like that. Right, so that joint is going one stud in. So that's your two wings there. Now, I don't know what's going at the back as of yet. So what pieces have we actually got here? And that might be our interesting bit there. Now what we have got is that which goes in the bottom, that which goes in the top, that goes in the front. So I've got a feeling that this goes on there. Let's line it up so it's the way it should be, and that then goes on there, like so. Then that goes on the bottom. Now, would these bits now go there to join to the wings? Now I'm struggling. So how does that stretch back? Is it possible that that doesn't seem to work? I'm a bit stumped now. There's not a lot more clues in there. Got a feeling that goes there. So looking at that, we've got looking at that, that does look a bit like that bit on the edge there. Okay, so let's say that these bits go on there. So that's the two. I think that's the wings done actually. So I'm thinking the rest of it must build up from there. Now, how about that? So if you missed that, that's your sandwich there. So you've got your two wing bits in there, got your two U-shaped bits, sandwiching it together, 4x1 and a 2x1 there, sandwiching it all together, and then that goes on there, and then you have your cockpit on the top there. So clipping that together, gives us that. Which looks a bit right. It does. Okay, shall we try and find the instructions for it then? Y-wing, Ghost, Ackley, Snowspeeder, Yoda's Hut, another Y-wing, TIE Advanced. There it is. So there's the TIE Advanced instructions. So no, I've done that completely bloody wrong. Hey, it wasn't bad. Close but no banana. Okay, so let's see how it should have done. Right, so the wings I think I've got pretty much right. Yep, the wings I've got exactly right, so that's reassuring to know. But how should I have done it? I mean, this is how I've done it here. So how should I actually have done it? Now I've got those two bits in the right place. So it's the wedge on the back that I got wrong. So should dismember that again. Alright, so rather what I'm trying to do here so I need that bit on the bottom, and then the 2x1. Those bits do go exactly where I thought they did, so that at least I got that bit right. And then we're building onto this, so we need the 4x2 on there. And then that folds out like that. Is that right? Yeah. And that bit goes on there. And that bit goes on there. Alright, so that's how it should look. And then, actually I got that front bit wrong as well. So that's wrong as well. So that needs to come off somehow. Ooh. There's nowhere to grip this bit. Oi! I've got 15 removal tools in this house. Can't find any of them. There we go. Right, so that bit actually goes there. And then that bit does go where I thought it did. Oh god. There we go. That bit goes on top of there, which I thought was right anyway. And then yeah, that bit goes in the front. That bit goes on there for the cockpit, which makes sense. And the wings go on. That looks more in proportion to what it should look like. So there we go. So there you go. Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. Made properly. Right, not going to put any of this stuff away just yet. Let's have a look at something else then, shall we? So potluck. It's the TIE Fighter and Star Destroyer with a huge crease. So again, quite an early one. Come on. Don't be scared. Okay. See if I can iron that crease out so I can actually lay the paper flat. There we go. Okay, so a nice simple easy one, this one. Not much to it at all. Now we've got a TIE Fighter there, so we know that that's going to take a very small amount of pieces. So let's just get the pieces for that out of the way. So that looks like the wings, that looks like the middle bit, that looks like a clear bit for the front canopy there, and that looks like the bit on the bottom there, and a blue one on the back. Possibly. Okay. So, this is a very, very small model. So going from the top down, we've got that bit here. We've got what looks like two of those. Now I think the only bit that can really go under there is that. So I think they go in there. And then that will go in there somehow. Now where we do know that goes is two studs behind on there. So that goes there, and that goes there. It looks like... Is that the bit that goes in the bottom? Bottom. Could that be there? or one forward? Because it looks like, to be honest, it looks like that goes there, and then that goes there, like so. That goes on there, and then we've got at least one thing on there. Does that go there, and like that? There is a grey bit just on the back there, so it's looking like that is the Star Destroyer. Okay, and then the TIE Fighter. So wing, wing. Oh no, wait a minute. That bit there. It's looking a bit right for the TIE Fighter, so I'm thinking that's about right. I don't think there's much else I could do wrong on that one, but shall we have a look? Just for shits and giggles. Y-Wing, something else, Ackley, Snowspeeder, Yoda's Hut, Y-Wing, thing we just built. ATT again, droid gunship, Kylo Ren shuttle, Vulture droid, Sandcrawler, Raise speeder, that. Okay, no instructions in those. What about in here? I actually kind of wanted to keep all the Star Wars ones together, didn't I, at one point? So that, 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 that. Not Star Wars. Not Star Wars. Not Star Wars. Oh no, I don't think I've got the instructions for this one. I don't. Shit. Shit. Okay, that's worrying. Unless I put it in beside the posters. Let's have a look. Posty, 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 BB-8. Poster, poster. No, it's all posters. God, I don't have the instructions for that one. Ooh, that's a turnip. Which means I've either thrown that magazine out without taking the bits out of it, or I've put that magazine in a place where I haven't yet found it. Okay, let's move on. Y-Wing! So let's assume that's right then. I'll start doubling stuff up now. So this is a newer one. Obviously we have a non-resealable bag now. Again for this one. Didn't cut at all. So, Y-wing. Quite a lot of bits here. I'm not confident I'm going to be able to get all this right on first attempt, but I know the Y-wing instructions are there, so. But I'm not looking. Look at my face, not looking. Oh, you can't. There, look at my face, not looking at it. Right, okay, let's see if we can make this up as we go along. Well, the engines look to be the easiest part to try and get right, so shall we have a go at them? So we have one of them, and one of them. That's your end cap. So another one of them. We spiked 2 viewers there, that's impressive work. Maybe I should stop having that viewer count at the top of the screen, it's actually quite depressing. So it's looking like what we have next. I can't quite see that actually. Because that's the bit that's going to hold it together. So the interesting thing is I think we've got this part here with the holes in it, and this part here, this Technic part with the holes in it, links to that in some way. And what I'm starting to think is that we have that. Does that. So that is going to be how our engines attach. Now I've got a feeling that these parts are going to play some part in this, in these shenanigans. So I'm thinking that's our mechanism for attaching the engines. Okay. Yes, that's starting to make a lot of sense. So what we've got is those bits joining on like that. Hopefully with no other bits in between, which would muddy the waters. Although there's something to worry what that bit's for. Although what that could be is just a cap to go on the end, because it doesn't go in between the bar and the grey block, so I'm thinking it goes there just to cover that bit off. Yeah, that's looking about right. This is a fun one, I'm enjoying this one. So thinking that now this part goes on there, and that's our top plate. It keeps that together, so that's looking good. Right, the other side. Is made up of aerials. Now I'm thinking we're putting those on there. Oops. Now we have what looks at the back there like dark grey bits. If you can see that, there's dark grey bits on the ends there, on that end cap. So the only dark grey bits of that size and colour and shape I can find are these. So I'm thinking that we're putting those studs with the holes in there, and then fitting them on the cap there. That's nice and tight, so that's nice and... that looks right to me. Time is it? 9:15. Let's do that again. Oops. And they all push onto the end like that, so that'll snap on. These are two end caps. Now that, to me, I think, is looking fairly complete in terms of the engine pods. So I'm thinking they just slide on there. Like that. Take that one back off again for a sec. And that pushes all the way into that, like so. That's the wrong end, that's why it doesn't work. Try that. Okay, so that's looking pretty damn good. That's looking pretty much spot on there. So there's our engine pods. Now, that bit I have a feeling goes on the very bottom. Bottom. And into that we are fitting this. Now from that I can see we have that bit with a brown one of these. So they go together like that. That makes that middle section there. And here, on the end of here, we have another one of those bits that just slots into that hole on the end. Which I then feel has one of them underneath. So that gives you the double layer there, and that will go on there. Now I'm feeling that we have a long grey bit, and the only big grey bit we've got is this. So I have a feeling that that clips onto there, that clips onto there, and then we have it looks like another one of those. Ah, there it is. So we've got that one there. So that goes on there, and then that goes on there. And then we're looking at the nose going on. So the nose looks like it's something like that. So we've got that bit on that side, we've got that bit on that side. Now building that cockpit area is that. starting to feel that that should go there. So that lines up with the back. Then I feel that our joining parts are these. Now, this is where I now believe I have it. I'm thinking that goes on there. That also goes on there, like so. And these yellow bits snap on here. And then we join together like that. Then on these, we stick on there. I think that's it. I've got a bit left over. Is that right? That all looks right, so I'm not quite up to where that goes. Unless it goes on the bottom here as a kind of landing gear thing, or a balance. But that looks alright to me. Oh no, wait a minute, I know where it goes. I've got it. I have it. It goes there. And then that goes on top. That's right. There we go. That's it now. So there we go, a Y-wing. That's looking pretty good. So shall we look and make sure I've got that right? Y-wing looks right there. Long bar there, blue, dark grey bit in the exact middle. So yep, with two studs each side, that's fine. Then the two of them each side, yep. Bar in the middle. The four things on each side, yep. And that's exactly how I built that bit, that's fine, so that goes on there. Two yellow bits on there. Yep. That's it, exactly right. Wow. Cool. That's a lovely model actually, I like that one. That's one of the nicest ones. See, I'm actually quite liking all the stuff that comes from the main trilogy, if you like. So that's a nice model. I like the way that's been put together. And I'm loving the Y-wing. That's beautiful. Not overly impressed with the Star Destroyer. I know it's a teeny tiny micro model, but it is. I think it's too simple. They could have done a lot better with that one. And the little mini Diddy TIE Fighter is cute as a button, I have to say. It is cute as a button. But the wings aren't the right shape. It'd better have been a shape they could use that had been better than that. Anyway. But yeah, so that's the Y-wing. I'm liking that. Okay, I want to just nip over. I've just had to let my phone out in the other room, so I'm just going to go and grab that and make sure everything's okay with her indoors. So just 1 second, please. Yeah, everything's fine. We're good. Okay. Glasses back on. Back in the book. Okay. Another one of these at random. There we go. Dwarf Spider Droid. Something else fell out there. I don't know where it went. Now this one, I don't think I've got the instructions for this one either. This one could be fun. I'm quite enjoying this. That added a little bit of challenge of not knowing some of the instructions is making this quite fun. It's quite a methodical little process as well. Alright. So, immediately obvious I would say from there are the head. The way the head goes together looks fairly obvious. And the way the legs go together looks fairly obvious as well. So how many legs have we actually got? We've actually got 4 legs. And then 8-sided thing. So my assumption here, looking at the image, is that we have legs on the corners like that. At least that's the assumption I'm making based on what the image is. That is upside down, you twat. Okay, so there's our legs. Okay. So the other thing I'm going to be able to quite easily put my hands on, I think, is the way the eyes work. So we have one of these hooky bits and a red lamp, which are like so, and from the look of it they hook on to this handlebar, and sit like that, quite close together. So let's put them as far across the middle as we can. So there's your spider eyes. Spider eyes. Now this and this go together. And there's no kind of way to line that up. It's a very loose piece, this one. Not loose as in doesn't fit with, but loose as in it seems to slip in at any angle. Oh, it's got eyes in it already. Okay, so did that go there? Does that look about right? Yeah, that looks like the gap is there and the gap is in the same place there, so that looks about right. So there is now another piece. So we have one of them and one of them with a big stick in it, so that goes on there, and that I believe goes underneath the eyes, so that goes there. Ugh. Now, in some way, this has to go on there. Now that and that will join together to be a spinny thing. I'm a bit of a loss as to where that's going to go now. Now the possibility we have here is that these two bits go on there. And that then goes on there to join that together. Then I'm starting to wonder if that bit goes on there, then that bit goes on there, and that bit goes on there, that bit goes on there, and I think that bit goes underneath, just like there. So, there we go. Spider droid. And it sits, full retraction, it sits on that middle bit. Looking at the picture there, I'm pretty sure that clear bit is underneath. You can just see it behind the D of droid, and just above the word dwarf you can see there's like what looks like a transparent bit. So I'm sure that bit goes there. Just it doesn't look particularly great like that, but there you go. Spider droid. I can't check if it's right because I don't know where the instructions are. Oh well. Let's just assume it's right until I can find out otherwise. Right, next. File's closed. Rifle in. What we got? Oh. Oh, another Y-wing there as well. Let's grab something else. What we got? Let's grab a couple. Gotta keep bringing out Star Wars ones. Let's grab a few. So I've grabbed a few that were hanging out of the box anyway. So we've got enough to keep us, I think, going till the end of the stream now. So we've got 5 more to do now. Ackley, Palpatine Shuttle, Vulture Droid, Ghost and ATSD. Now these are the 2 bonus ones that I took out. Y-Wing can go back, I've done one of them. Ackley was first and Vulture Droid too. But those 3 we'll leave until later, but these are the 2. So again, Ackley. Quite an old one because it's a resealable bag. The problem with the resealable bag being that everything sticks to the sticky bit is maybe why they stopped doing it. You never know. So that's everything out. Reseal the bag. And let's see if we can work this one out. Okay, so this is one of the monsters from episode 2, I believe. One of the monsters that was attacking them in the Geonosis pit. Okay, so what we have here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 identical legs. So we'll build them first and get those pieces out of the way so we know where we're going. So it involves one of them, click, one of them, click, and one of them with the angle going out. So build 6 of them and we're golden. If I did things like editing, I would do this bit in fast motion now. Four. 5. Oops. Fine motor skills are always first to go. And they're all black bits, am I right? I think so. Not enough of those bits anyway, so that's fine. Yep, there we go. So, 6 legs. And what next? So let's try and get a bit of that middle body done. So looking at that bit there, we've got a 2x2 with that. And we have one of those bits across the middle, top. And then to hold the head on, we have that bit in the back. And then we have one of them there, and another one of them there. Okay. Don't know quite what goes in the middle there. Is it them? Have a quicker look at that. I believe it is. Okay, so we have that there and that there. That looks a bit right. And then from what I can see, this bit goes there. And then am I right in thinking? Maybe not. Don't know actually. A bit stuck on that. Can't quite see how that bit goes together. So I'll leave that for a sec. So that's our back section. What I do see is that we've got that bit coming off there. I'm not quite sure what's on the back of it, so I'll leave that for a sec. What we have on the other, let's go for the top part, is we have one of them sticking on there. I do think that from there we have that. No, maybe not. Thinking that could be that bit on there, because there's a white round bit there and what looks like a black single, so I'm sure that goes there, and then that bit goes on top of there. That fits well. Then that bit, yeah, don't break. And a clear bit. Clear bit there, that last one of them, then that on there, held on with that, with one of them. Is that looking like the head? It's looking good to me. So that sticks on there, like that. This leaves us with these two bits. That might just be what we're looking for, so let's do that. Bugger if I know where this goes. Oh, wait a minute, that's where it goes. Yep, that looks right. And then our feet. And there you go, one Ackley. That actually doesn't look all that bad. Looking at him sitting down. You have him sitting up. Poised to strike. That's not a bad little model actually. I wasn't sure about that one all the time I've had it, but that's actually quite nice. I wouldn't be ashamed to have that sitting on my desk. Even though it is an episode 2 thing. Nice, I like it. Actually, I've got the instructions for this one. Let's see if I've got it right. So the Ackley was quite near the front, I think. Okay, there we go. Ackley. So that square there, with the arms, with the pins, and with the fan on top, and then that bit hanging over. Yep, that's right. Then the hinge. Then the legs, then another square, and circle, and the tail bit. Yep, exactly right. There. Yep. Yeah, perfect. Booyah. Who got the skills? Yes, I can build toys intended for children. I'm proud and I'm not shy to admit it. Okay, next was the Vulture Droid, which I do have the instructions for still. I'm not going to use it, so I don't want it. This shouldn't be that complicated actually. Again, not a lot of bits. So let's just focus on the bits we can see. So what we're looking at there, we've got 4 wings, so I'm going to assume those are constructed pretty much the same way. Now we have 2 of them, I'm going to assume. So let's go down that road, let's see. So we need 2 of them. 1 of them, and 1 of them for that one. And 1 of... yeah, is that going to be that one or that one? So the top ones are going to have these ones. So let's build 2 top ones. Okay, let's try and build those as now. So that goes on there, that goes on there, that goes on there, that goes on there, and that goes on there. Okay, that's looking a bit right. So there's top wing number 1, and then the same again for top wing number 2. There we go. So that's top wing number 2. Now again we have bottom wing, which is much the same idea, just with a slightly different pin. So again, we'll build it the same way we did before, but with that pointing up the way. Nope, wrong way. Don't think I've got that right. So that's pointing up the way, that points down the way, and I've got that the wrong way around as well. So that would go together like that and line up. So there's first set of wings. On that side we've got that way. Boop. 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 And boop. So there's those wings. Alright. So those bits are the bits that join onto the wings. Let's probably stick them on now, actually, thinking about it. Okay. Then that one on there. And that one on there. Right, so that's our wings made, ready to attach. This is the front end of our ship. That goes on there like that. Now I'm wondering if that is what goes on there to hold that on. I get the feeling that goes there. Or does it? Perhaps it does not. Perhaps that goes directly onto there. And that goes on there. And maybe that goes on there, where I can't see anything. That goes on there, and that goes on there. That looks about the same. And then I'm going to guess that that, again, just attaches under there. I'm not sure how these attach then, because they look like they attach very, very weakly. It's not like a Lego model to be that weak. That's because you've done that bit wrong. As you thought, it's not quite right. So that goes on there. There we go. Oh, it's not quite. There we go. So that looks like the right sort of model. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so that looks like the right shape. And let's see if I got it right. Clay, Y-Wing, Ghost, Snowspeeder, Leader's Hut, Y-Wing, Advanced, ATT, Assault Tank, Droid Gunship, Clouding Shuttle, and there we go. So looking a bit right, so we have that. Yeah, so the two circly bits are going out to the side. So there's your one wing, that bit there, that bit there, and the other one on and the other. So that's exactly how the wings attach. And on the back and the side we've got those blue bits, and those bit on top. Exactly right. Cool. Mega. Next, Palpatine's shuttle, which I don't seem to have the instructions for. It's fun, this, isn't it? So again, that's in episode 1 or 2. As is this. Obviously the precursor of some of the Imperial shuttles later on. Okay, so Palpatine's shuttle looks like it's constructed from Lego. Yay! Don't know where I was going with that sentence, really don't. Okay, so let's try building this wing and then mirror it for the other wing. So we have that wing seems to go on there. Now I would say that that goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. Yep, that looks exactly right. So then we'll mirror that for the other side. Bloop. 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 I don't know what's going to be going on underneath the other side, so let's leave that for now. Now obviously those are going to be the things that connect the wings together. This one's going to be quite hard. How exciting is that? So those bits are going to be this kind of laser bits on the side there. So those bits are going to go on like that. Okay, so that we do know. Now I'm assuming that this bit's only going to be two knobs wide, and that's going to sit in the middle. Because what I'm seeing there is that these bits actually sit on top of there. So if you look where that hinge locks in, it's literally just on the side of there. So I think that is how that bit works. Okay, so on top of there, I'm going to say that this 3 bit here is where that sits, and then what goes behind it. Not sure as of yet, so let's pause that for now. Could it be that bit? Is that a little bit of beige that I see? No, I'm pretty confident in my eyesight to say that's a bit of beige just poking out from under that. So I'm going to say that goes there. That goes there. Then we have an actual block that comes out there, which has the engines on the back, because I can see the blue engine bits there. So there's your back engines. Okay. And then on top of there we have this bit of XA. Now, this bit is confusing the hell out of me because that appears not to be attached to anything at all. So let's build that bit. So we've got, that's the nose. That's the bit that goes across the top. Which then attaches to a red bit there. And I'm actually getting the feeling that what then happens is that, I see. That attaches to there, that's what it is. That's how it hangs there. In space. That's too far back. No, that's not right. Because that's not where it goes. That red bit goes there, yeah. So that red bit goes exactly on top of there. But that has one of these on it. Which then seems to sit there. But how the hell can it sit there? There's nothing grabbing it on. There is something underneath it though, holding it in place. But what's that? Interesting. So then across the back of there we've got, I think, 2 of those. Right, now let's build that spiny bit as well. So we've got a 4. We've got a 3, 2 back. And then another 3, 1 back. Then we have that bit going across the back there. Psycho Cow! Thank you for the sub, man. Very, very much appreciated. 3 months in a row, well done. Quarter of a year under your belt. Quarter of a year of this crap. How you doing, mate? It's good to actually have somebody on the stream tonight, because I think you're the first viewer I've actually had who's done something. So thank you for that, dude. Bit of a quiet, sad night this evening. So that bit on, oops, on there. Is that right? Yeah. And that bit on top of there. Okay. And then that joins on like that. So then we're still left. Oh, wait a minute. I see how it works. I've got it. That, it's got a hook on it, clips on there, and actually hooks to the front there. That's it. Ah. Ah, it lets the nose go up and down. That works. That's cool. Been watching TV, it's quiet. Been watching TV with Susie, popped by and saw you streaming. Thought I'd say, oh, that's nice and thoughtful of you, dude. Thank you for popping by. Hello! Right, so I've got 3 bits, I don't know where they go. I'm going to make the executive decision that that bit goes there. Because that would seem to make sense. Yeah, there is a bit there. I can see it. Which leaves the question, where do these bits go? Now I'm going to assume that they go on here. Or does one of them go on there? I don't know. I'm quite confused now. The fact that there's 2 of them would indicate to me that they go somewhere sensible. So I'm actually going to say they go there. I'm going to say they go there. Fuck it. They probably don't. And I can't tell you, I don't know where the instructions are. Right, so clip that bit on there. And clip that bit on there. And there we go. So that lets the nose drop down. No, I don't know. I'm actually starting to think that they might go on there. And it actually does that when it's in flight. Well, I don't think they go on the end of the... No, they don't. They don't. Definitely don't go there. They don't go there. They don't go there. They don't go on the end of the wings at all. So I would say they go underneath. That makes sense to me. So there we go. Palpatine shuttle. No. Hopefully that's right. Yeah, answer on a postcard. So that's from episode 3, I believe. Nice. And the penultimate model, another classic from the original trilogy, the ATST. Again, I don't think I actually have the instructions for this one, so we're just going to wing it. It's exciting stuff, this. It doesn't get any more exciting than this, does it, on a stream? It is creative, after all. The last creative, at least the last scheduled creative stream anyway. Right, so, now, way back in the past, I've made one of these before. So I have a rough, hopeful, general idea of how it works. But I am not overly sure at this point in time. Psychocat, if you're still there, you're a subscriber to this channel of mine. You're one of the 3 subscribers, I believe. I've decided that I'd prefer this channel to go back to being kind of a random stream of gaming and then whatever else decides to come up, rather than it being a scheduled, this is what this week is, this is what that week is, this is what this other week is. It would be a lot more kind of user friendly and viewer friendly to just do gaming. So if I want to play, say, Elite for 4 weeks, I'll play Elite for 4 weeks, or 8 weeks, or 12 weeks. If I then want to play No Man's Sky, I'll play that. If I want to play Skyrim to the end, I'll play that. What do you think? As someone who actually pays money to watch this shit, how do you feel about that? Is that something that would bring you in? Because to be honest, you are the only viewer I've had all night. If you're still even there. Oh, this is so depressing. Anyway, yeah. So that's the question. I mean, that's the plan. As of next week, I'm going back to doing just random gaming stuff. Or if I fancy doing something a bit more creative, or if I have something I need to do, then I'll do that instead. Or, you know, just kind of mix it up a little and randomise it slightly, rather than being this is this, this is this, this is this. A bit too regimented even for me and my socialist tendencies, apparently. Right, so let's build the legs first, because that looks like the easiest part. So we need a 3 stripe, so 3, and then one of these on each side. Bop. Playback has stopped apparently. Let me have a look and see why. It doesn't say why. Because it got to the end of the playlist. I have no idea why it stopped there. Okay. Right, so on the back of each of those is we have one of them. Boink. Boink. And then we do the same again on the back of there. Boink. Boink. I think Psycho's gone as well. Boink. Boink. And then again on the front we attach the same thing again. Boink. Boink. And then finally and the feetsies. Okay. Okay, so that's the feetsies done. The feetsies. Now, I have a feeling that this is the bit that makes up the central core of that head. But before we do that, shall we make up those side panels first? Now that is panel 1. Although, let's just see what we can do with that at the moment and build that back up. That and that make up our swivel base for the head. That's our swivel base for the head sorted out. Yeah, Psychic Cow's not here anymore. I don't think. I'm missing a bit. Not sure. Okay, this is quite a confusion bit now. Okay, so that's the first underside bit of the head. I think I'm missing a couple of bits here. There should be 2 of them, but I'm only finding 1 of them. Oh, there it is. It's in there. Sneaky. Okay. So the side head bit, let's do that. So I think it's one of them and one of them, and then one of them there on that side. I think we finished it off by sticking one of them on there. Boop. There's something totally different on that other side. I'm sure it's like that. Therefore, I'm sure that that actually goes on there. And then that goes on there. That makes it looser. Although it doesn't clip in properly. But anyway, it's in. So that's that side. That's that side. Only one of them. Oh, I'm actually quite confused about this one. Garzini! The other red meat. Nope, I am struggling with this one, I really am. So, that bit there, looks like one of these bits. So it looks like that bit should be flat like that. But it looks like it's sitting on one of them, so how can it be sitting on one of them? I don't think it can be. And I've only got two of them. Two of them, that's the two eyes at the front. Where does that bit go? I mean, I'm assuming that bit must go towards the back. Blind speed! Right, that means that all 3 subscribers are currently in the channel, unless Psychicow's vanished somewhere. But Garzini, Blind Speed, you both are subscribers. Right, at the very start of this stream, I mentioned that I'm thinking about changing the format of the stream again. So a Wednesday night stream isn't going to be week 1 is Space Day, week 2 is Tabletop, week 3 is Creative, week 4 is Transport, blah blah blah, right? Because it's too restrictive. How would you guys feel, given that you pay the money to watch this shit, about going back to a kind of random gaming format? So, still not locked into one single game as I have been with Elite for the last 5 years, but going more towards an idea that if I get into playing something, I'll just play that game. If I take the fancy to play something, I'll play it. So a bit more random, more widespread, more wide-ranging games. And if I want to do things like a creative stream or a tabletop stream or something like that, if the fancy takes me or there's a need to do it, then I'll do it. Because I've been finding I'm not really been enjoying the stream, because I seem to be, because I'm constrained to that cycle of different games every 4 weeks. I'm occasionally doing stuff I don't want to do, and that's not the point of streaming. That's kind of what I'm looking at moving towards. Yeah, so again, I just wanted to push it past you guys, because you two are the guys that subscribe, and yeah, you pay the wages. Even though I've never actually seen any money from that. Never mind. I don't even know where it goes. Into the ether. Okay, cool. Thank you, Garzini. Oh, it's gone 20. It's gone 10. Look, time to wrap up. So I'll try and finish this, and then we'll carry on. What I'm confused about though is there aren't 2 of each bit. There's nowhere I can actually do 2 bits that would tie everything together. Because I'm thinking that's how the head goes together, like that. Or does that go like that? Is that how it works? No, it can't be. Fuck! Yes. What these are, if you don't know already, I've been collecting the Lego Star Wars, Lego Ninjago, Lego Batman, whatever magazines for a long time. Like 2 years since the Star Wars ones actually came out. And I've never built any of them. And I want to try and do them as a review, so I can review the whole kind of set, because they've started repeating them now. And most of the kits I've got the instructions for, because I took them out of the magazines, put them in a folder before I threw the magazines away, because they were taking up a lot of space. But some of them, it would seem, I haven't kept the instructions. So what I'm trying to do is build the model based just on the picture on the packet, and then check it later. I mean, if you look over here, I've done a fair few. You know, I've got some. Yeah. So quite a few. I mean, the Y-wing there is quite nice. Did that without instructions. Did that wrong without the instructions, but checked it on the instructions later. Did that complete without instructions. Did that complete without instructions. Stuff like that. So yeah, fair few models there. Had lots and lots of fun building them. But this one, I don't have the instructions, and I'm rapidly getting stumped. I don't seem to have enough bits to actually make it work. So I've done the legs, they're done. I've done the side of the head. That goes on top. Blind speed! So I've got that. I'm trying to think that actually just connects onto there. Then what goes there? Doesn't make any sense! There's a split down the middle. You can just see it there. So I'm honestly thinking that they go like that. Then you have those in front of there. Alright, I'm utterly stumped, so I'm going to take a look and see if I've actually got the instructions in this list. Ugh. Let's go from the back. I do actually have the instructions. Right, I'm going to have to defer to them. So there we go. So I've done the legs, it starts with the head, so we'll start with that. That bit goes on there. That bit goes on there. And that bit goes on there. I was right about where those bits go though. Okay, now that I've sorted that out, I'm sure I can get the rest of it right. Let's see. Right. I've done 4 steps, so let's see if I can go from there. So that bit goes there. And I'm thinking now that no. That goes like that. It's looking like it now. I'm just guessing they go on there. And then that locks onto there. So there you go. Nearly got there, just could not understand that bit. Oh, wait a minute. There's a gap there, that doesn't look right. Okay, let's be creative. That makes me why I can't see them there. Okay. That makes sense. That looks better. Fills in that gap a bit better. Okay, I'm happy with that. That might be the other way around actually. That flat bit on top. I'll check. Right, okay, so that's more or less it. Let's have a look at the instructions again. Oh. Ah, not quite right. Yeah. So whoop, 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 boop, boop, boop. There we go. That's it now. Yay! So there you go. An ATST with rotated 360 head. I like that one. It's quite nice, and it's articulated, which is always good. Oops. Ping his leg off and everything. You're doing the ballet. You're doing the ballet. Oh, fell over. Like most ballet dancers when they're training. Right. One more for tonight then and we'll call it a night. Let's go for the Ghost. So this is the Ghost. It's one of the few Star Wars Rebels ones that they've actually done. There's not many of them. But this is the main ship that the crew fly. So yeah, this should be interesting. I do have the instructions for this one sitting in the thing, so if I get stuck we'll be able to refer, but I'm hoping I won't. So, okay, I'm quite daunted now. So, let's see. Nope, I give up. Right, okay, let's see. Engines are easy enough, I think. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there. So I'm just going to put some of the small sub-assemblies together that I can see and then try and work it out from there, how everything goes together. We've got that. Very high contrast, this model's stuff. That bit, and that bit. That bit, and that bit. So we're looking at the same on the other side. So there, and there, and there, and there. Oops. Now looking. Oh, there's that lovely green colour. So looking at the sub-assemblies there, so we've got the engine pods on the side, look like they're assembled like that. So two twos, the yellow and green. then a flat 2x2 white one, and then the droid head on the side like that. So one of them for each side as well. So we'll go in the middle. Need to wipe that sticky bit up. So yellow at the front, green at the back, 2x2 droid head. Oh no, they go on there. Looking at that image there, there should be a black bit. So the only black bit we've got is that, so I'm going to assume that that goes on there, that goes on there, for the engines at the back, which then goes onto a white bit. Now what sort of white bit, I couldn't tell you. So this is the bit where I'm kind of stuck. Now that's a red 2x2 underneath there, so that goes on like that. So at the minute the top of the ship is looking kind of like that, with that, and then them at the back. So there's the two bits we've got left. Now, I think we're actually coming from there. And what looks like under there is something like that. That's looking like what that has, so there needs to be something else under there. I wonder if it's that. And that maybe? Maybe not. Maybe it's actually that way. Something that could have some legs actually. Nope. So that's looking about right. The front end is looking pretty much spot on. I'm thinking that's going to knob on there. Yep. Okay. Looking good. Now I'm thinking we've got kind of similar deal going on back here with how they attach on. At the back. And again with that bit on there. Does that look right according to the back? Yeah, it is actually. I did think that doing it with the instructions would be kind of boring for a stream, but doing it without the instructions is like doing a box of Quality Street without the map. It's semi-exciting. So that's not right. What the hell, Dave? Logic fail. So that joins in the middle like that. So that's fine. That's cool. Then that joins in there. It's still one too far down. So where does that go? Shaft. Everything else is in exactly the right place. Damn. So that's right. That looks right. Actually, I'm starting to think that that one too far forward. Oh, no, it's not. It's right. But what it isn't, is it should be that way up, because I've got a funny feeling that might actually go vertically. Why is playback stopped again? Okay, the issue is I've got now is it's now past. I've got missions to do, I've got the dog to let out and all that kind of stuff, so I'm going to have to kind of work out what I'm doing damn quick, so I may have to bite the bullet and use the instructions for a sec. Okay, maybe that goes in there. That goes there. That goes in there. That goes on there. And then that goes like that. Maybe that goes on there, which would then fill in the gap there and line it up properly. That looks like it could be right. Then that goes there. Is that right? No. Eh. That goes there. That goes there maybe? And then of course those go in there like that. So that looks a bit right. The underside's a bit scraggy. But that looks just about spot on. Okay, let's see if we got it right. Okay, Ackley, Y-Wing, Ghost. Okay, this is going far, far different way to what I did. So... Nope, that is actually 100% right. Wow. That's good shizzle, dude. It is actually 100% right. Amazing. So, that has been this evening's... Oops, that's a bit dirty. Rather impressively creative LEGO stream. So this is the last kind of regularly scheduled stream thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to just go back to doing kind of random gameplay stuff now. Do whatever takes my fancy. Oops, stand up. Oh, he's drunk. From now on. And hopefully it'll be a little bit more what you're used to with streams. Love that Y-Wing. That's a lovely model. There you go. That's been this evening's entertainment. As I say, a bit of a quiet stream this evening. Just me for about 2 hours, and then everybody piled in at the end. So yeah, I'm hoping that that's kind of an artifact of the kind of random nature of what I've been streaming. So if I can go back to doing stuff that's kind of normal, gaming stuff, then yeah. I might revisit this. I don't know, because I rather quite enjoyed doing that. So if I do any more of these, then I might carry on. In fact, what I might do is I might carry on a bit later, just doing a bit of an extra one. I don't know, but I'll see. I've quite enjoyed that. But yeah, so I am going to sign off for this evening because I need to go and let the dog out because he's bound to be kind of dancing around now. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you've enjoyed watching this kind of buildy stream. Let me get everything on screen now, which would help. What we've achieved this evening. Not overly keen on that Droidica model, it's not particularly stable. There we go. Yeah, so hope you've enjoyed it. Next week I won't be doing anything particularly scheduled. I'll just do whatever comes to my fancy and whatever I fancy doing. Sunday, as far as I'm aware, we're doing the roleplay game. I'm not sure. I wasn't there last week and they did Talisman instead. So I'm not sure what we're actually doing this week. But as far as I'm aware at the moment it's on. If it changes I shall let you know. Keep an eye on the Twitters and the Facebooks and I'll keep you notified. So I hope you've had fun. Thank you for watching Blind Speed, thank you for watching Garzini, thank you for watching and subscribing again, Psycho Cow, and that's it. If any of you guys out there, anybody watching this YouTube video or any of you guys sitting there watching right now, have any idea how to try and push this stream to get more viewers, then by all means do what you can do, or let me know if there's anything I should be doing. Because I feel like I'm missing something here. 600 followers but 2 to 3 viewers if I'm lucky. There has to be something not quite right there. So yeah, enjoy your evening, have a great week, and hopefully see you at the weekend on the RPG stream. If not, then I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care everyone, and good night.